Anyone knows? If you learn this course, what kind of opportunities you can get it? Where exactly we are going to use like this Java course in our software industry? What kind of applications we can develop? Okay, if you learn this Java, what next? You completed this course, that's okay, fine. What we are going to do? What kind of opportunities you can get it? You are looking for the job, right? What kind of role you are going to place? That is the question. Anyone answer? So I'm not asking about any okay Java syntax or something. If you learn Java, what is your role? If you learn Java, what is your role in the industry? If you upload your resume in the Naukri, okay, you can see different roles, right? Okay, like software engineer, they are going to specify front end engineer, React developer, Angular developer, backend developer, full stack engineer, Marin stack engineer, mean stack engineer, DevOps engineer. Like this, you can see different roles, right? Now, if you learn, your belongs to okay, which role? If you learn Java, that is the question. Hmm? Anyone are you able to unmute or not? Are you able to unmute yourself? Can anyone confirm? Are you able to unmute or not? Just unmute yourself and talk. Say yes. No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can anyone confirm? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
If you not respond, that is not the right way. Why? Because we are taking like all the sessions online, right? Yeah. Okay, sir. So where exactly we are going to use like Java? Just at least respond. Okay, I can come to know like yes, these people are okay able to hear my voice like that. Okay, no issues. If you learn Java, what kind of opportunities you can get it in the industry? That is the question. Okay, if you don't know, no problem. So at least you can tell what kind of applications, okay, if you join in one company, if you join in one software company, okay, obviously you're going to join in one software company only, right, after this course. In the company, what kind of applications they are going to develop? Different applications, different applications you can see. What kind of applications you can develop? One is like standalone applications. Did you heard about this word? Standalone applications. Another one is like web applications. Web applications. The next one is like distributed applications. What is that? Distributed applications. The next one is like okay, enterprise applications. Okay, most of the times, if it is like an application, that application is belongs to one of this, either standalone, either web, okay, either distributed, either enterprise applications. Okay, now what is standalone, what is web, what is distributed, and what is enterprise? Anyone knows? What is standalone application? Which application you can say standalone? Which application you can say like a standalone? Okay, hey, this application I can say like a standalone like that. Anyone knows? Okay, very simple. See, I have one small requirement. What you know? I have two missions. Okay, this is one mission. Okay, you can say one computer. This is one computer. I want to play one video in this computer as well as in this computer also. If you want to play one, okay, video, one movie I want to play. Usually what we are going to do, okay, this is my new laptop today only I purchased, for example. This is the mission one and this is the mission two. Today only I purchased these two missions. I want to play one movie in my mission. Then what we are going to do? First, to play the movie .mp4 or whatever, that file should be existed in your mission. Okay, here also that file should be there. The next step is important. If you want to run this mp4, okay, I need one player, right? Okay, that can be Windows player or VLC media player, whatever it is. Okay, you need to install this player or not. Yes or no? Okay, this is what one software, right? You need to install this software in your mission. Once you install this software, you can run this MP4 file or not. Now you install this software in my mission one so that you are able to watch the movie. Now tell me, in the mission two, am I watch this MP4? Okay, am I able to watch that movie? You install the software where? You installed the software where? In my mission one.
Mission
In the
one.
you not installed, right? So if you want to run this one, you have to install that VLC media player in this also or not. Yes or no? Now see, I'm telling like this software is there now. Usually the software, the extension is like what kind of extension? The file extension. It is like a .exe files, right? It's like a .exe files or not. Now if you come here, okay, here this is my .exe file. .exe file. Now tell me this .exe file you have to download and you have to install in this particular mission. You have to install in this particular mission. Now I'm going to tell like this software is there na .exe file. Okay, that one we developed, right? That application I can say like a standalone application. Okay, now you can define the standalone application. You can define the standalone application, whatever the software application. Okay, vlc.exe is there na, vlc.exe, that application I can say like a standalone application. Standalone application. Now tell me, what is standalone application? What is standalone application? Hmm?
All the software applications are known as standalone applications.
Say, if you want to work with that application, you have to install each and every mission individually or not. If you want to work with VLC, if you want to work with VLC, now you should have to install the VLC media player where, come on, you should have to install the VLC media player in the mission one or not. Yes or no? The next one, if you want to work with the okay, mission 2, you have to install that VLC media player or not. So whenever the application is like a standalone application, that application you have to install in each and every mission, that is individual to that particular mission or not. That kind of applications we can say like a standalone application. If you want to work with one application, that is individually to that particular mission, you can say. If you want to work with that same application in another mission, you have to install again or not. Now all the software applications are like what? All the software applications are like standalone applications or not. Another name is like, most of the times we can say like a desktop applications also. Desktop applications, another name is like standalone, another name is like desktop applications. You can create one application. If you want to work with that application, you have to install in each and every mission. Okay, in that mission that application should install, then only we can use it. That kind of applications we can say like a standalone applications. Understood? most of the softwares, all are like what? Standalone applications only or not. If you want to work with that software, you have to install in your machine. Another machine, if you want to work with that, you have to install that software in another machine or not. So all the softwares we can say like a standalone applications only. These standalone applications we can develop by using Java. This kind of standalone applications we can develop using Java, but in our course we not. But in by using Java in the industry, we can develop the standalone applications also. We can develop the standalone applications also. So if anybody asks what is standard application, the application if you want to work, okay, if you want to work that particular application, you have to install in that particular machine. That is individual to that particular machine. That is like individual to that particular machine. That kind of applications we can say like a standalone. If you want to work with one application, that application should install that particular machine. In another one, okay, again you have got my point. This kind of applications we can say like a standalone. By using Java, we can develop the standalone applications. There has Java FX is there. Okay, in the past there has Swings or there. Okay, that is not our requirement, not as part of our course. Just leave it. But standalone applications we can develop. Now the next one is like tell me web applications. What is web application? Anyone knows? Daily basis we are going to work or we are going to use this kind of applications, web applications. What is web application? On daily basis we are going to use web application.
The application which we can run in a cloud, we can say that one as a web application.
Yeah,
Like we can access many processes at the same time.
yeah. Okay, most of the times. Okay, just take one simple example. Okay, if it is like your Amazon, you can take it. Okay, now whenever you purchase one product, whenever you want to purchase one product, first what we are going to do, just we are going to open in the browser. Okay, Amazon.in like this we can open or not. This one we can say like a domain. Now in this particular Amazon.in website, I want to see my orders details. If you want to see the orders details, what we are going to do, there has one link you can find. Okay, click on the link, then you can see the orders list or not. Now my question is, how you can get the orders list? The flow, internal flow is what? Anyone? In the Amazon.in, once you log in, you can see the orders link. Whenever you click on the orders link, you can see the orders list here. How we can see those orders list? How we can see those orders list? First of all, orders list is nothing but you already placed the order. You already purchased one product and that was delivered or not. Okay, that was delivered. Yes or no? That was delivered. So whenever you click on this particular orders button, internally what happens? Internally, what is the flow? Just I'm asking about the flow. Okay, more than that, nothing.
Um, when we ordered a new thing, then that will add to our cart, and it will reflect it in a database.
Yeah, once you ordered the product, okay, if the order placed successfully, it was delivered, for example, that particular product somewhere stored, right, on your name, on your user ID or not, where all these orders details and everything is like stored. Each and every user order details or order details or whatever it is, okay, each and every customer details where we are going to store in the database, right? So in the database or not, somewhere you have to store, right? Okay, 3 years back I ordered one product. That product also in the orders list, it's like visible or not. That means on your name somewhere the orders data stored or not, where it is going to store it in our database, it is going to store. There has multiple databases are there to store the data. As part of our course, we are going to use like, okay, MongoDB. As part of our course, we are going to use like MongoDB. Okay, now in the browser, the orders list is visible, right? In the browser, the orders list is visible, right? Now tell me, in the browser, some content loaded, that content somebody has to develop, right? Then only we can see the content. For example, we can take this one only. Now, if you come here, this content is visible to you, right? So this content, someone has to develop or not, then only it is visible, right? By default, it's not visible to us or not. So in the browser, whatever the content loaded, that content, how we can develop by using which technologies we are going to use to develop. In the browser, whatever it is, you can take like a tool. Whenever you open this domain, in this browser, you can see this content, right? This content, right? This is content only, App Store, all this. This content related code, okay, this content related code, somebody has to develop it, right? Somebody has to write the code or not. How we can develop? By using which technologies we can develop?
Client-side technology.
Client-side technologies, right? Tell me some client-side technologies like HTML, and
HTML,
if you want to give
CSS,
some stylings,
JavaScript.
CSS, if you want to provide some actions, then you can go with the JavaScript or not. On JavaScript, there has multiple libraries or frameworks are there. React is there, Angular is there, Vue.js is there, Backbone is there, EXT.js is there. Like this, different okay, libraries, frameworks are there. In the browser, whatever the content loaded, that content we develop by using these technologies. These technologies, terminology wise, I can say like a client side technologies, okay. Front end technologies, most of the times we are going to use front end technologies, okay. Now here my orders link is visible. Whenever you click on the orders link, all my orders should display, right? But actually my orders were it stored. Actually my orders were stored in the
In the
MongoDB
database.
database or MySQL database or different databases are there. But as part of our course, we are going to use like MongoDB. Now, whenever you click on the orders link, you have to get the orders data from this database or not. So here, by using front-end technologies, we are not able to directly communicate with my database. By using front-end technologies, we are not able to directly communicate with my database. That is, that kind of feature is not there. If this guy is not able to communicate with the database, but this guy requires the data from the database only, but he is not able to take it, then the time he should have to take some other person help or not. Then we have one more person come into the picture, okay. In the middle, there has one more person come into the picture. Who is that guy? We can say like a one middleware come into the picture. Okay, here that middleware is what we can say like a backend or server side application. So this server side application, okay, this middleware we can develop by using multiple technologies. Okay, tell me some server side technologies like front end technologies you said, right? Like back end technologies, can anyone tell me? Okay, .NET is there. Okay, next Java is there. Next PHP is there. Okay, just okay, frequently used Python is there. Salesforce is there. Okay, Node.js is there. Like this, different technologies are there. But as part of our course, okay, this particular backend application or server side application we are going to develop using this Java. Got my point? So here my server side application is what? My server side application we are going to develop using Java or not. Okay, tell me some server side technologies. These are all technologies you can tell. Now my client application, okay, my browser you can say, okay, these all are like what? front-end technologies. These all are like back-end technologies. By using front-end technologies, we are going to develop our front-end application. Terminology wise, we can say like a client application also. Front-end okay, application or client application, like this. Different names you can say, but most of the times technology wise, front-end technologies you can say, client-side application you can say. Okay, now my client application communicate with whom now to get the data from the database? My client application communicate with whom now? Come on, my client application communicate with whom now?
Server side application.
Okay, with my server side application or not? My client application communicate with my server side application. My server side application communicate with whom? My server side application communicate with whom? With my database
Database.
or not, and get the data. Now here, see this, it is a client application and a server side application. It's a client application and server side application communication you can say. This is the client application and this is the server side application. Both are like communicating or not. Client communicate with the server application, terminology wise we can say like a request. Okay, my server communicate with the client, terminology wise we can say like a response. Okay, it's like a just terminology. Now see here, multiple things you can understand. You can take a browser. In the browser, there has some content loaded. Okay, you can say whatever it is. You can say whatever it is. For example, you can take this. Whenever you open this domain, this content loaded in the browser or not? This content we can develop by using some front-end technologies. Okay, this content we can develop by using some front-end technologies. Which technologies are there? Okay, nowadays in the industry, most of the people are using like okay, React or Angular or Vue.js they are going to use. By using these libraries or frameworks, we are going to develop this particular content. This content loaded inside where? Inside the browser. Now, this particular page requires some data from the database. So here the problem here what? My front-end technologies which are loaded inside the browser not able to communicate with the database directly. That the reason they need some other person help. That person you can say like a one middleware help is required. That middleware we can say like a server-side technology. Okay. Now, okay, that server-side application you can say. That server-side application we can develop by using some server-side technologies. These many server-side technologies are there. As part of our course, we are going to use the server-side technology is like a Java. Okay, in our live application, okay, last live project, we are going to develop front-end application using React. Okay, the back-end application we are going to use like a Java, and my database we are going to use like a MongoDB. Okay, these all are like back-end technologies you can use it, but okay, in our course we are going to use like what? Java. Okay, now see, client-side technologies we are going to use to develop the client-side application. Server-side technologies we can use to develop the server-side application. My client communicate with the server, I can say like a request. My server application communicate with the database and perform required operation and give the response back to my client or not. Now, if you observe this entire flow, it is a kind of client and server communication application or not. It's a client, it's a server. It's a client and server communication application. Here my client is always what? Browser or not. If my client in the application, if my client is always like a browser, that kind of applications terminology wise we can say like a web applications. Okay, what kind of applications that is? That is we can say like a web application. Okay, so it is a kind of client and server communication application. What is web application? If anybody asks, it's a kind of client and server communication application. My client is always a browser. That kind of applications we can say like a web application. In the web application, now see here we used like Java, where in the web application, we used Java to develop the server-side application or back-end applications or not, most of the times. We used Java for what? To develop the back-end applications or not. Okay, in the past, JSPs or there, Spring Web is there. But nowadays, the client and the client-side application is like separate, and my server-side application is like separate. They're not merge both client user interface and the back-end applications nowadays. Those are like separate applications they are going to create. That the reason the best approach is like a client use any one of the library or framework, server-side application to develop any one of the technology you can use and develop it. Database, you can use any one of the database. So come to this one, what kind of applications we can develop in the software industry means standalone applications, web applications, distributed and enterprise, I said. Okay, so by using Java, we can develop these four kinds of applications. Standalone applications we can develop, web applications also we can develop. Standalone application is what? Okay, all software applications. Most of the times the extension of the file is like .exe. Okay, if you want the application, if you want to work with that application should install in each and every machine, individual to that machine. Then you can say like a standalone. What is web application? It's a client and server communication application. My client is always what? A browser. My client is always browser. That kind of applications we can say like a web application. Java is used for what here? To develop the server-side application or not? Yes or no? Here we used Java for what purpose? To develop the server-side application or not? Understood? Okay. Now see about the roles. If you know only HTML and CSS, if you know only HTML and CSS, then that time in the industry, what is your role? In the industry, what is your role? You are like a web designer. You are like a web designer. In the industry, your role is like what? Web designer. Okay, just you can design the page, but you not perform any kind of actions. See, the difference is what, you can design the page like this, but actions, what, you click on the button. Okay, then you perform some operation, it is navigate to some other page or not. That is an action. But designer don't know about the action. He just design this page, that's it. He just design this page. Understood? Designer, he just design. He don't know about the action. See here, you perform some validation. That is action. Okay, designer don't know that one. If you know only HTML and CSS, you are like a web designer. If you know HTML and CSS and JavaScript with some frameworks like React or Angular, React or Angular or Vue.js like this, then the time you are like a web developer. You are like what? Web developer. Okay, if you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then the time you are like a web developer. The next one, okay, if you know Java, okay, or .NET or PHP or Python, okay, or some other Salesforce like that, okay, then that time you are like a front end or back end, okay, you are like a back end engineer, okay, or back end developer, you can say. You are like a back-end developer. Here, web developer is there now. If you know this, you are like a front-end developer also, you can say. Front-end, okay, front-end developer. Front-end developer, you can say. Developer. Okay, if you know only Java, then you are like a back-end developer. Okay, now I know React, I know Node.js, I know MongoDB. Then that time your role is what, your role is like a MERN stack engineer. MERN stack means MongoDB, R for React, E for Express with Node. Okay, you are like a MERN stack engineer. Okay, if you know Angular and Node and MongoDB, okay, then that time you are like a mean stack engineer. You are like what? A mean stack engineer. Now, if you know, okay, React and Java and some database knowledge, okay, you have some database knowledge. Okay, Java means okay, some backend, okay, backend technologies. If you have an idea, you have some front end technologies, okay, and the technologies. If you have an idea, some database also you have an idea, and you have some idea on the okay DevOps also, okay, deployment and everything, then the time you are like a full stack engineer. You are like a full stack engineer. So currently the market is looking for full stack engineers. You should have an idea on one of the front end technology, one of the back end technology, okay, some of the databases knowledge, either MySQL, MongoDB, or whatever it is. In our case, we are using like a MongoDB in our sessions, and the DevOps stuff, okay, how to deploy your code, some tools and everything, Git, okay, Gradle, this kind of, and full, okay, then, okay, if you know all this, then you are become like a full stack engineer. See, these are the roles. So I already asked, right? Okay, if you learn this course, what kind of role you are going to handle in our software industry? If you know only Java, you are like a back-end developer. If you know some front-end and back-end Java and with some database knowledge, then that time you are become like a full stack engineer or not. Yes or no? Okay. Now, if you have some idea on machine learning and deep learning, and if you play with some data analytics and everything like okay, Python libraries like Pandas and NumPy, okay, NumPy, and you have some artificial intelligence, okay, this kind of stuff come under data science. Okay, data science with AI, you can say. Yeah. Okay, if you have an idea on machine learning or deep learning, okay, these are come under AI. These are like subsets to AI. If you know pandas, okay, then that time you are become like a data analyst. You have the data, just you can analyze the data. You have an idea, okay, on all these, and with some mathematical calculations, if you analyze the data, you are become like a data scientist. You are become like a data scientist. Most of the times the data science is depending, okay, data science, most of the times they written the code using Python. Okay, why? Because Python has very rich, okay, very rich libraries to handle this kind of functionalities. That there is not only Python, by using Java also we can do, but Python has a rich library to handle data effectively. Okay, they use it like a Python. Okay, graphical user interface. Okay, if you want to show, okay, the data in the graphical user interface, it's like a graphs kind of, then the time we have, okay, data visualization is there. Okay, just you can go with Power BI. Okay, it's like a one of the report, okay, data visualization tool, Matplot library, Seaborn, that kind of data visualization purpose they are going to use. It's like a reporting tools, you can say, reporting tools. Okay, see, based on that one you have to choose your role. Okay, you know HTML CSS, you are like a designer only. HTML CSS with React Angular, you are like a developer, front end developer. If you know backend also with including this one, you are like a full stack engineer. You know this stack, MERN stack, you know this one, you are like a mean stack engineer. Okay, like that you decide, okay, you are belongs to which category, you are belongs to like which category. Understood? So by using Java, we can develop standalone application, we can develop web applications. The next one is like distributed applications. What is distributed application? Anyone knows what is distributed applications? Okay, don't worry. Now see. Okay, I have small question. Just you can answer it, then you can get it. My question is, I have an account in the Axis Bank. Just I want to transfer my funds. Okay, I want to give some amount to some other person. Okay, so you can transfer the funds or you can take the cash and you can hand over it. Okay, so tell me how many ways we can transfer the funds to that guy. First of all, tell me if you have an account in the Axis Bank. Okay, first you don't have any account. Okay, you approached one of the Axis Bank branch. Okay, they asked you to fill your details. All your details they take and store somewhere or not, and they generated like one account ID that is unique in the entire Axis Bank or not. Yes or no? So all your details, where it is going to store? Come on, if it is like a software application, all the data stored where? In the database or not? Yes or
Database.
no? Okay, the data stored where? In the database always. The data stored in the database. Okay, so tell me some databases what you know. MongoDB, MySQL, SQL Server, Cassandra, like this different databases, DB2. But as part of our course, we are going to use which database? MongoDB is our database. As part of our course, we are going to use like which kind of database? We are going to use like MongoDB is my database or not? Yes or no? So who can connect with the database? Client application or server side application? Who can connect with the database? As per our last discussion, client application is not able to connect. Who can connect with the database? Server side applications or not?
Server side
Tell me
application.
server side applications, how we can develop using which technologies, Java, .NET, PHP, Python, like that or not? So okay, this is my Java application. Now tell me your details. Tell me, as a account holder, what kind of details stored in the database? What is your account number? On your account number, okay, how much funds you have? Okay, what kind of transactions you made last 1 year, 2 years? Okay, whatever it is. Okay, what kind of transactions you made? All the data are stored where? In the database or not? Yes or no? Agreed? Okay, now tell me,
Yes, sir.
if you want to transfer the funds. Okay, tell me different approaches I'm asking. First, very simple. I can open my browser. In my browser, net banking, everyone knows, right? Net banking. Okay, I have my user ID and password. Okay, I can log in. I can log in. I can take my okay friend's account number. I can transfer the funds or not? Yes or no? Okay, now through net banking, I can transfer the funds or not? First question, tell me. Through net banking, I can transfer the funds or not? Now tell me, if you want to transfer the funds through net banking, tell me the procedure. Okay, flow, tell me. First, flow, tell me. First, to open the browser. In the browser, I have to open accessbank.com. Okay, this is what we can say. This is the domain name or not? Yes or no? After that, I can find the beneficiary. Okay, to whom I want to transfer the funds. How much amount you want me to transfer, and click on what? Okay, just the transfer button. Okay, transfer button. Whenever you click on the transfer button, tell me, okay, directly it's transferred, it is going to do some checks. It is going to do some checks, right? Okay, why? You said like 1,000 rupees to transfer to my friend, but in your account only 500 rupees there. Then that time, is it possible or not possible to transfer the funds? Obviously not possible or not? Obviously not possible. Now in that case, first of all, directly it's not transfer the funds. Now this person communicate with whom? This Java application. Java application communicate with whom? A database, and check to this particular user how much balance is there. Okay, if the balance is like 2,000, yes, allow him to transfer 1,000 rupees. If the balance is 500, and you have to give the message like what? Insufficient funds or not? Yes or no? Come on. Okay, now
Yes,
my
sir.
browser communicate with my which application? backend application, and this application communicate with whom? Database, and check your account details. On your account, how many, okay, how much, okay, that means funds, okay, how much balance is there. If the balance is greater than your, okay, amount, then only you can transfer, otherwise don't transfer. This is one way I can transfer my funds. Another way, tell me. Another way, instead of browser, can I open mobile applications? Yes or no? My access mobile application there or not there? Mobile app. Okay, Android is there, iOS is there. Okay, my Android and iOS, we have the access mobile applications there or not there? If you have the access mobile application, if you have the access mobile application, you can open the mobile application, you can find the friend, okay, beneficiary name, beneficiary account number, and you can transfer the funds. If you want to transfer the funds, okay, again you have to communicate with whom? My Java application. My Java application is like a check, you have the balance or not. If you don't have the balance, then that time it is gives me insufficient funds or not. Yeah, right. If the balance is there, if the balance is there, tell me. If the balance is there, it allows you to transfer. This is one more way. Another way, tell me. Come on, another way. By hand, I want to give, then I can go to one ATM machine, right? I can go to the ATM machine. Okay, in the ATM machine, I swipe my card and I entered 1,000 rupees. I want cash. I want to hand over it to my friend. Now tell me, instead of 1,000, if I put like 5,000, then the time will you get the amount or not? It is going to check. Okay, your entered amount should less than the balance or not. Yes or no? If you entered 1,000, my balance 2,000, it's okay. Otherwise, it's not. So through ATM also, I can get the funds, I can give it to my friend or not. Yes or no? Come on. The next one is like, okay, swiping machines there, na? Swiping machines. If you go to any shopping mall, okay, they take your card, okay, and then what they're going to do? Come on. What they're going to do? What they are going to do? Okay, they are going to take, okay, your details and everything and communicate with your Java application. Check, okay, he is like swipe 3,000 rupees, check the balance. If the balance is greater than 3,000, then only I can allow him to, okay, allow him to transfer the funds, otherwise I can't. Like this, through swiping machines also I can transfer my funds or not. Yes or no? Like this, different sources are there or not there. Now you can define the distributed application. Now tell me, this is Java application, na? How many people are communicating with this application? How many people are communicating with this application? Only browser, different people are there in this case.
Different people.
Different, right? One is like browser, another one is like what? Axis Bank mobile application, another one is like ATM also communicate, another one is like your swiping machines also communicate. Like this, the application, okay, which is having only one client, that is browser, that application we can say web application. The application which is having multiple clients, the application which is having what? The application which is having what? Multiple clients. Okay, see, this guy also communicate with this application, this guy also communicate, this guy also sending request, this guy also sending request. The application which is having multiple clients, that kind of application, what we can say? Distributed application or not? That kind of applications, what we can say? Distributed application. So one application, okay, has communicated by multiple clients, multiple application, client application. Who is communicating? You are communicating with me means you are a client to me. Okay, so this application, how many people trying to communicate? 1, 2, 3, 4. Has one or multiple applications, right? The application has multiple clients. That kind of application we can say like what? Distributed application or not. So my Java we can use to develop the distributed applications. Okay, the next one is like we'll discuss about the enterprise applications in the next session. So okay, come again, I'm going to tell okay all this stuff. So our course is like full stack Java. Okay, we are going to cover like core Java and Spring Boot. Core Java it's going to take like 30 days to 45, and it's going to take like 45, whatever it is. You can say like overall 90 days course. And our project, our live project, we are going to complete. React is a front end and Java is like a back end, and MongoDB is our database. Okay, now why this course? Now you have some idea, right? Okay, if you learn this course, what kind of opportunities you can get it, what kind of applications you can develop in the industry or not. Okay, by using this Java course, you can develop standalone applications, you can develop web applications, you can develop distributed applications, you can develop enterprise applications also. If you know only Java in the industry, your role is like a backend developer. If you have some idea on React, if you have an idea on Java, if you have some idea anyway, if you learn Java, you have some idea on, you can get some idea on MongoDB also. You have some DevOps stuff for deployment purpose. Then that time you can say you are like a full stack engineer. Okay, now you can decide. Okay, you are belongs to which. Okay, you are going to place which kind of role in the industry based on this. Okay, learn. Okay, based on the things what you know. Okay, you can decide that one. Okay, so up to here we can stop for now, and tomorrow we'll see what is enterprise application, and we are going to start our actual sessions from tomorrow. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to drop a message in our channel. We have the group, right? Okay, just you can feel free to drop a message there. Okay, we'll continue remind things in tomorrow's session. Thank you guys, thanks for joining.